me get IG live. This has unmuted your mic. All right. Hi guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sorry we're a little bit behind schedule here today. Some technical difficulties, but guess what? We are here. Thank you guys for being patient and hopping in here as well. Today, this information is going to be so helpful. How you guys doing? Thanks for jumping on over here in IG. Yes. We're going to have a wonderful conversation today. It all has to do with just some rules, some ideas, some tips. If you wanted to start your own business, guys, a lot of us have this wonderful idea of starting a business. And for the most part, we may have started taking baby steps, or we may not have started at all. So today with these information that I want to give you guys, hopefully y'all will just jump right in and go, right? So this is why we're having this conversation. So thank you guys for jumping on over here, IG as well. I just wanted to give you guys say 5 simple tips. Now make some notes of this stuff. If you have your wonderful idea of wanting to start your business and you haven't started yet, and or maybe you did, maybe pick a name and you got something going, maybe you're just taking your time about it because you're not so sure. I'm sure once you listen to all these tips today, you guys will just jump right in and get it going, and then I'm sure when you come back here next week, you'll be able to say that, hey, my business is up and running. So sometimes some of us started a business because we had the grand idea to start a business and we get it going. And sometimes we're forced to start a business. I mean, I actually started my business because the company I worked for before had a job. When they unfortunately filed bankruptcy and went out of business, I was not able to find any job that was going to pay me the money that I was making at this job. So I had to literally, after doing the math, adding things up, said, look, you know what? The only way I'm going to be making the same kind of money and more is for me to start my own business. So that's what got me prompted. And I said, okay, let me just get in gear, get stuff going, get flyers going, get the name and all that stuff, and got my business started. Simply because at that point in time, nobody was going to pay me what I was making at the time. So sometimes those are the reasons why we get to start our own business. And some of us stay at the job when we start on the side. But I want to give you guys 5 tips as to why you should just go on and, hey, just jump in and start it. Hey, Makiba, thanks for jumping in here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. So the first tip today, guys, keep this in mind. All right. There are no mistakes. Point number 1, there are no mistakes, just lessons. A lot of us will not start our business simply because we are scared of making mistakes. Everyone is scared of failure, right? So we have this grand idea. We want to get this thing going. We've been beating up ourselves about it the whole time, but we're worried about whether we're going to do the right thing. We're worried about whether it's going to be successful. We're worried about what everybody else is going to say if it doesn't work. All these things keep us from actually jumping in and make that step forward. So we're stuck in gear. We want to get this business started. We're stuck in gear. We're too concerned. We don't want to fail. We don't want any of our friends or family or anyone says, I told you it wasn't going to work. We don't want to hear any of this. So guess what? Most of us won't get started, right? So the first lesson here today, guys, there are no mistakes. Our best lesson is the mistakes that we make, right? That's the best lesson. You learn from your mistake. As an entrepreneur, things that you have done that didn't quite work, it teaches you that stuff does not work. So you need to try something else. It's all lessons. It's not any mistakes there. Don't be afraid. Get rid of that whole fear of failure. Don't worry about what anybody have to say. This is your grand idea. You're going to make this work. And so if you make any mistakes, guys, it is a lesson. It's something more that you know than you did before you got started, right? Everybody agree with that? You guys put some thumbs up if you do. Hi, Margie. Thanks for jumping in. So, guys, the first point here, there's no mistakes. There's nothing but lessons. And they said that you learn from your mistakes. It is true. It tells you what you don't need to do again and or how to do it better. So that's the first thing. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. And I've literally have conversations with folks who wanted to start a business and just is afraid to jump out there and make it happen because the first thing they told me is, I don't want to fail. I says, who cares? So many people fail. All this major successful business, all multi-millionaire folks, they have started and failed in so many ways, so many businesses. You'll be surprised how many times they started over. They were not afraid to fail, and this is why they're very successful now. Okay, so number one, there are no mistakes. There are lots of lessons. When I started my business, I'm thinking, well, hey, I'm going to learn as I go along. I'll, figure it out, and let's do it, right? So, guys, first point, no mistakes, only lessons that will teach you how to do things better next time. All right. So, hey, Lorna, great information. Thank you for jumping on here. Love the hearts. Love the hearts. She said thumbs up. Yes. She agreed with that. First point, guys. Second point today. This is so important. This is super important. All right. Number two, it is not personal. It is business. Now, you guys hear people say that to you sometimes. Well, there's nothing personal between you and me. This is just business. You guys hear that all the time. It's not personal. It is just business. What that means is you got to take your personal feelings out of doing business. As an entrepreneur, starting your business, take your personal feelings out of it. You can't be worried about, getting criticism about it, somebody making comments about your business online. People are going to say whatever they're going to say. You can't take that personal. You just know that you are running and operating your business. And so this is all about business. Your decisions that you make is about business. You have to take your emotions out of it. You have to take your feelings out of it. You have to take all of your personal stuff. If you wake up in the morning and personally you have some issues going on, that has to be removed when it's time for you to run your business, right? You cannot pass that on to your customers, to your clients, to your employees, to your peers, to your partners. You cannot do that. You have to personally take all those feelings aside. This is business, right? Nakiba said, yes. So it's true about business and personal. Of course, it's true about business and personal. We got to separate the two. You get up in the morning, there's a personal issue going on. You got to get past that when it's time to do business. You have got to make sure you keep your employees, you keep your peers, you keep your customers, clients, all the people, all the folks that are involved with your business so that you can operate a very successful business. Get that personal stuff out of it. Throw it out the window. I tell everybody, when you come to work or when you get to your office, you have to throw all that out the window, and you got to keep on smiling for the good of your business. If you want your business to grow, you want to keep customers and clients and people working for you, with you, you have to throw the personal feelings out the window, and you have to govern your business and run it, operate it on a business perspective, and there's no personal feelings. Okay, so that's the second point today, guys. Moving right along, third point today, look for a role model, right? What this means is it's not totally necessary for you to have to find someone that is a role model, but it's good if you can find someone who is, let's say, maybe they could be in any other type of business. They could still give you some advice. They could still, help you out with some ideas and different ways that they have been doing things themselves. They can maybe pass that on to you, which will assist you in your process. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean that they're doing the same kind of business that you are doing. If they are, that's even better because they have done everything you're trying to do before. However, if they're in any type of business, for the most part, the business rules remain the same no matter what type of business you're running, whether you're in a clothing store, whether you're running, a beauty salon, whether you are running a restaurant, whatever you are doing, the rules are the same in terms of how you operate and how you treat your customers and how you behave, right? So mentors are great. Makiba said mentors are great. Absolutely. They are great because they can, a lot of times they have done it before. They have gone down that road before. They have already bumped their heads a few times. And so they can assist you sometimes and help you out so that you don't bump your heads the same way, and then teach you a whole lot of lessons. You are absolutely right. I have used a lot of my business associates, my mentors, the folks that have got me started, people that I've known for years. And I use them, I refer to them. I always, we always bump stuff off each other throughout my whole business life. So, I do have mentors, and I do have people that I talk to, a business associate, on a regular basis. So they are absolutely great and necessary. Guys, it's great to align yourself with a mentor, right? Makiba, that is absolutely true, right? So then the third point today, guys, third point, that's the third point I'm looking for. Hold on, I just read into this. Fourth point today, this is my favorite. Just get started, right? Again, because we have this grand idea and because we're afraid to fail. That's the thing we got to put behind us. We can't worry about failing. We are stuck in gear and we don't want to get started because we just don't know if this is going to work. We believe it's going to work. That's the whole reason we had the idea in the first place, right? But then we're still worried about, is it going to work or not, right? Get started. I always say, if you don't get started, you can't finish, right? If you don't get started in a race, how are you going to finish the race? Get started, guys. There's never going to be a right time. You're never going to know it all. That's not going to happen. You're never going to know what the right moment is. So you just got to get started, right? There's never a right time. There's never the right moment. There's never, I know it now. I've learned everything I need to know. You're never going to learn everything you need to know. You have to get started and you have to learn along the way. So get started, guys. You don't always know how it's going to end up. You may not always know what all of the steps are in the order that they will come, because sometimes you have a plan. Remember, we talked about the business plan. Sometimes you have a plan. The plan may change as you get started, but you want to get started, make those steps, move forward. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Learn from those mistakes, guys, and then just follow that plan and just adjust as you go along, and you will be surprised. You'll be surprised how much your confidence will build up, right? Once you build up the confidence, because once you get started and you start doing things and they start working out, your confidence get built up, you feel much better, and then your courage is higher, so you're not afraid anymore. You know, you'll be like, okay, well, this is not as difficult as I thought it was, and you will never know that, you know, jump right in and get going. So your courage will build up, your confidence will build up, and then all of a sudden things will fall in place and it was starting to feel a lot easier. Okay, no one said it's easy, but it will feel a lot easier, and then you will accomplish a whole lot more. Okay, so you have to get started. Just jump in there and go. Jump in and go. Do not wait for anybody to tell you it's the right time. Start it and be all in. Yes. Don't forget that part. You got to be all in. Once you get started, you have to be all in. You have to jump in there and give it your all, right? Your 150%. This is what you got to give it. You have to start, get all in, and it will all work out, and you'll be amazing. It will be you'll be amazed at how well this is going to work out for you guys. This is what we've all done. You know, all of us that's in business, all day long I'm talking to people who have started their business, and they have maybe changed some things along the way, but I tell you guys, once they got started, they're very excited. They're so happy they got started, and their courage have really went out the ceiling. So that is the fourth point today, guys. Fifth point. This you guys are gonna love this one. You guys are going to love this point. The fifth point today, and of course the rules about getting your business started. This one is so amazing, and I always think about this and makes me smile. No one else know exactly what they are doing either, especially when they start their business. We all see people out there that run their business. It looks like they got it going on. They know everything they're doing. They know their every move. They have it all figured out. Everything looks great. And then you might be sitting back looking at this and thinking, you know what? I'm not so sure I'm doing the right thing, because look at them. They're doing everything right. They're making all the right moves. Look, they don't know either, right? We all had to bump our heads. We all have to learn along the way. And we all have to maneuver and make sure that we're doing certain things and adjust as we go along. So don't look at someone else and be discouraged because you think that they know everything, they know it all, and they know how to get that business going, and you don't. Don't ever think that. They do not know. Half the time, they don't know half the stuff that they're doing. They just do it. They get going, and they learn along the way. They make those mistakes like we talked about. They learn from those mistakes, and they learn how to do things even better. Okay? So no one out there always knows what they're doing, especially when you get started, and even while you're in it, and even years after being in it. You know, it may look good, but it ain't always what it seems. So don't let it be discouraging to you, like you don't know what you're doing and then you're afraid to do what you got to do. All right. So that's the fifth point today. I just love that one because it always appears better than it really is on the inside, and you don't know all of that. So then it could be a little bit discouraging on your end. Right. So don't let that discourage you. So let's go over those 5 points today. I just love these tips. Very important, because again, the reason I'm having these conversations, a lot of folks want to start their business. Some started, I've had folks that started business, set them up a year or two, and still haven't done anything because, first point, there's no mistakes, only lessons. Point number one, fear of failure, fear of making mistakes, fear of what somebody else might say. That is a lot of reason why we don't get going. So the first point, there are no mistakes, only lessons. If you make a mistake, learn from it. If it doesn't work, if it failed, do something different, come back with the same concept and keep pushing, right? So the first point today. Second, point number two, it's not personal, it's business. We always hear that. I make this decision. It's not personal, it's business. You may have to talk to an employee. You may have to talk to a business, a client, or a customer. You may have to make some decisions that you may not really want to make, but you have to take emotions out of it, take your personal self out of it. It's all for the good of your business. At the end of the day, it will benefit everybody, right? Because your business is going to benefit everybody. It's going to benefit the people that you pay. It's going to benefit the people that you serve. Everyone will gain from it. It's going to benefit the community and everything else. So it's for the good of the business. So it's not a personal decisions. When you got to make it, it's all about the business, right? Third point, look for a role model. Like Makiba said, role models are great. They're good. To help you along the way. It's not necessary, but I am sure that all of you guys can find someone that you can talk to that can give you some advice, give you some encouragement, help you along the way, and give you some ideas, and help support what you're doing. Okay, so that's the third point. Fourth, my favorite, get started. Just get started. Let's jump in. Like I said, just jump in and go for it. A lot of the stuff, you're never going to have the right day, the right time, the right idea. You're not even going to have, okay, I know everything about what I'm doing, because that's not going to happen. You will not know it all. I don't care how many classes, how many lessons, how many books you read, you're not going to know it all. So you got to get started. Just jump in, get started 100%. Like Makiba said, put your all into it when you get started. And you will definitely finish and get the results that you're looking for. Believe me, it will happen, okay? So that's the fourth point. And last but not least, number 5, no one else knows what they are doing either. They look good. They may appear to have this all under wraps. They know every step they're making. It looks that way. It appears that way. They may have a good game going on. Do not be discouraged or intimidated by this. Stay in your lane, stay focused, stay strong, and just make sure that you're doing what you need to do for your business to be successful, and it will be. All right. So those are my 5 points today, guys. I want to encourage you to. We have a workshop coming up. And it's starting your business. And if you already started, how to run and operate a successful business. We have a workshop coming up, you guys. Go to elainesdesk.com and sign up for it. I will teach you guys how to get the business started. If you already started, we'll talk about how you can get it off the ground, how you can get going, how you can make your business very successful. I'm telling you, you can be successful in whatever you do. But like Makiba said out there, you got to put your all into it, put your 150% into it. Everybody could be successful. There's so many people in the world that doesn't matter what your service or your product is, there's someone that needs it, and there's not enough, and one person cannot serve everyone else. Hey, Udemy, thanks for jumping in. So you guys go to elaines.com and look up for the course that I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do that. We'll talk about it. I've actually started my business 35, maybe 38 years ago, and a lot of stuff along the way, and helped so many people started their business and are now very, very successful. Some of those folks are making millions of dollars, and they were just like you. They may not have started, or they did, and of course they put it on the back burner because they're a little stuck in motion because of fear of failure. So we want to get past all of that. All right. So with that said, I want you guys to tune in every Tuesday and Thursday for some great information that we have on here as well. I want to remind you that it is tax time. Make sure we got your taxes filed. You guys, you can call us at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting at 323-290-9034 or visit your website. We have a secure portal if you need to upload any documents to our office. Everything is done automatically. You guys don't have to leave the comfort of your office or home. We do everything online, and you can get it all done. Be mindful of that. If you have an LLC or an S corporation, guys, March 15th is the deadline for you to file those taxes. If not, make sure you get an extension, right? What we don't do here is pay any extra penalty for anything if we don't want to give away any money. We want to continue to save our money and build wealth. And Learner says, I love the new workshop. Yes, yes, yes. It's going to be amazing. All you guys out there, believe me, when we're done with this workshop, I know you guys is going to get your business on the road and everything is going to be all right, okay? So with that said, I think you're a great mentor. Thank you, Makiba. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Thank all you guys over here at IG. You know, I had, like I said, I had mentor before me, people that I do call today, great business associates that I have been working with over the years. And those guys have, up to this day, I can still call on them and they inspire me. And, you know, so I like to do the same for anyone out there as well. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I'm having all these sessions. Okay, so thank you so much for that. Again, guys, with that said, I want you guys to have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. I don't know what happened to this week. It's out of here. And you guys have a fabulous weekend. I will see you guys back here next Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in. Take care of each other and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.